Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another weekly outlook. And because there is news today, I'll probably be looking for some trade opportunities as well. Um, as always, first things first, we always want to hop onto Forex Factory to see what's up. And so, I actually want all of you guys to pull up your Forex Factory today. I'm not going to be screen sharing it, and I'm just going to be looking at it and referring to it. This way it'll start getting you guys into that habit of looking at your Forex Factory yourselves. And so if you guys look at only high impact news for USD currency, this week we have news on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, right? Nothing too crazy. And so because we have Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, those are the 3 days that I'm looking for trade opportunities and potentially creating the high or low of the week on between Monday, Tuesday, and then I would assume the opposing high or low would be on Thursday because of that second volatility injection, right? So this week I do believe that we can get a some sort of classic expansion model. Seems like it would be a good setup for it, or in terms of economic news. So it does sound like it would be pretty good in terms of a just a classic expansion model. So let's go straight into TradingView. And right now, immediately what my attention draws to, right, as always, we want to pay attention to SMT. And so because it's a new week, we can pay attention to what our previous week high and previous week low is, because we have that. That's very important to pay attention to every week. Let me just restart my TradingView here. What is happening? Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so every week when you get to your chart, you want to mark up your previous week high, previous week low. That's the first step. You want to be aware of what range you're currently in, above previous week high, or really above your whatever your previous time-based liquidity is. Above that is extreme premium. Below that is extreme discount, which is why we want to be aware of where price is in terms of this time-based liquidity pool. Right? So a great example of that would be whenever you have SMT with time-based liquidity, you're just pretty much entering a extreme premium or extreme discount on a specific market, and you can gauge a trade from that. So that's why you'll always see me mark my previous week high, previous week low first, because that will be pretty much one of our immediate draws on liquidity. I know I'm slow, I'm sorry guys. This trackpad is slow. Or actually, I'm slow. My brain is also slow right now, I'm not gonna lie. Got that 3-hour jet lag, you know? Yeah, guy is actually dedicated. So I onboarded him, guys. Alright, so right, this is pretty much the range we're within right now, because we don't have anything really immediate to that requires our attention. I would just immediately go down to the 1 hour, right? And so you guys ask me, how do you know how do you know where to look for your SMTs? Well, I just simply go from top down analysis, and I eliminate one by one which SMTs are valid, which ones aren't. And the first one, right, on the 4 hour, it just doesn't make sense to use this SMT right now, right? The candle still has an hour 30 minutes. There's no body closures or anything. We just gotta wait for that. So let's go to the 1 hour chart and possibly we can gauge some other price action from that. Give me one sec. Okay, I hope the recording's not picking up my music because I'm listening to EDM. And so now the next step, right? Because the 4 hour, which is our previous week high, previous week low, isn't really providing any information to us. We can just head on and straight up mark our previous day high, previous day low, which would be Friday's high, Friday's low, right? So what's significant about Friday's low is that it's also previous week low on NQ. And then here, once again, just marking out my previous day low. And you can see once again, there's not much to do. If we get I guess technically we do have an SMT on the highs right now with Friday, but I would like to see a clear cut liquidity raid before we get a bearish signal or confirmation, I guess. So whenever you guys see price trade above liquidity just by a little bit, I personally wouldn't trust it, right? Because we need to see a clear rate on liquidity for smart money to pair their orders for a lower price run, right? So that's what I would be looking for today. Is I'd probably be waiting honestly for the high to see how that plays out. As for the weekly outlook, I think that overall on the weekly, I would say I'm bullish right now because on YM, remember, we're still reaching for these equal highs. So that makes sense. And so if that's the case, if we were to manipulate, I would say I want to see some sort of bearishness initially in the week and then bullishness to the end, towards the end of the week. If that makes sense. So that's what I would prefer to see. But if we instantly get bullishness through this level, maybe we could see like a wick and then maybe some bearishness. Daily chart wise, I think that right now we're in a good spot because it's a internal range liquidity to external range liquidity trade, which is why I'm overall bullish. But as of right now, because of that, how price action is developing on the lower time frame, I would say bearish for now, and let's see if we can get a bullish push higher for those equal highs on YM, and then a continuation internal to external for NQ and ES. Jason, do you have any notes? Do you have any contradicting analysis? So yeah, I think right now, the conclusion of my analysis, as always, the first thing you should do when you get to your desk on a new week is just remind yourself that it's okay that it doesn't make sense right now because as the week develops, it'll make sense, right? If you zoom out, so let's go to the 4 hour chart. I want to look at where we are at in terms of the monthly cycle right now, and it looks like we have traded below below the true open on Nasdaq and YM, and then traded higher after that. So I would assume personally, what I'm looking for is that this week ends up being bullish. Next week we can possibly put in the high of the month, is what I would like to see personally. So it's either this week or next week's gonna be high of the month. Is preferably what I'd like to see. Yeah, once again, until we have that clear cut confirmation, I wouldn't really do much here. Of course, you can always go on a lower time frame cycle to confirm your immediate bias, whether you have SM2 with London high, London low. But because it's so early on in the week, I personally prefer to gauge my trades starting from at least the 1 hour, right? If you're feeling confused right now, I would just wait until it becomes painfully obvious. Because right now, to me, this isn't extremely clear. It's not the highest probability in terms of direction. So I'm just gonna wait until it becomes extremely clear. Once again, if we get that SM2 with that previous week high, previous day high right here with YM, then that would be pretty good for some bearishness. Other than that, I think that's like the only thing I'm paying attention to right now. There's not much else. Unless I'm missing something, Jason. Or is that all you're paying attention to? Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. So I would say once again, pay attention to YM in correlation to ES and Q today. See how the volatility injections treat the market. And that 830 hasn't really done much so far. Once again, the first volatility injection of the day, I expect it to be some sort of manipulation. And so it would be ideal if we ended up getting that run above these highs right here on YM. Seems quite choppy on the lower time frame. Looks like seek and destroy actually. Yeah, this is actually just seek and destroy. Yeah, I just be patient. London high has been taking all markets as well, so let's take a look at Forex. Pretty sure we completed the market maker sell model. Yeah, we completed the market maker sell model right here. Could see some pullback here, which would make DXY bullish. And then in turn that would make, as an alignment, these markets bearish, right? How's 5 a.m. so far? Pretty good. I think I'm just a little what's it called? What's the word? I don't know what the word is. I'm discombobulated. Is that the word? I feel out of it right now. Yeah, definitely like brain fog. So, welcome to trading. Very boring. Donnie, I'm gonna be honest. I completely have no idea. I just pay attention. Like the only like news events I actually pay attention to is just CPI, NFP, and FOMC. On that, everything else is just a red folder volatility injection to me. But even so, like CPI, FOMC, like those are, I note it down because it's so volatile. But in reality, it has the same function as any other news event. Do you identify breakers each week or day on different time frames? No, not really. I only identify breakers once I see a very large displacement, usually. That's why it's like this large displacement. I saw this breaker on the 4 hour. I use it as drawn liquidity. If we're gonna continue bearish, I wanted to see a reaction here. And so what's happening right now within this breaker? Well, let me highlight that out. What's happening in this breaker right now? Can anybody answer? You can give. There are no wrong answers. What's happening within this breaker right now that can potentially provide some bearishness? Exactly, SMT. SMT on the highs while we're inside this breaker. See how that works? So that's what I'm looking at right now. That's why I'm paying attention to Friday's high, previous week high. And until we get that confirmation, I'm kind of just sitting on my hands once again. This balance price range actually looks pretty good too. I would want to see this hold if we're bearish. I'm drinking this coconut water and it has so much sugar added to it. I really wish it was just like, you know, no additives or anything, like no extra sugar and stuff. Ruined it. It's too late, Jason. It's been done. Now we're gonna start gambling. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys requested this. Bias is bearish when YM on actually pay. There you go. And I know some people, I forgot who requested it, but someone requested it. And they're like, oh, I'm late. I'm always late to the stream, so I need you to put that there. I'm like, okay. To be honest, that's what I was thinking too, Donnie. But sometimes it's like, it's not because they're like intentionally late. It's they might have something else going on. Nice, good stuff, Kai. This 8:30 news event did nothing. I just realized. 15-minute candle doing something. Let's see if we can get a possible SMT with the London low. The only reason I don't like this is our hard time frame narrative once again is telling us we're bearish, right? This hidden SMT right here. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands because there's nothing I personally like here. But good job to everyone that caught something. That's fire. Please don't FOMO in based on other people's positions. Just study their positions and, feel free to ask them like, oh, how did you catch that? What did you enter on? Stuff like that. Because, that's what this community is for, is to grow. Pretty sure Jerome Powell speaks at 12 today, right? I'm still thinking EST. Sorry. 9 a.m. I'm gonna confuse everybody now. Jerome speaks at 9 PST. Yeah, I think it's just like easy that way. Everyone like using New York time. Yeah, because of ICT, exactly. Welcome to the world of non-EST. You just automatically know the time zone conversion. Guy is literally in the New York Stock Exchange right now. He lives there. Oh, Jason, I saw the Nasdaq building. I was like casually walking. I just randomly saw it. It was a lot more underwhelming, but it was pretty cool. I'm like, yo, that's the building that makes me money. No, literally, I had my that's, I had my girl stare at the building too. She's like, "What are we looking at?" Fun fact: I was supposed to meet up with Jason for like 3 times now, but I baited him, and we ended up never meeting. Jason doesn't trust me anymore. But for sure, Jason, we'll meet sometime soon. Yeah, it's because I always travel with my girl, and recently it's been with her family too. So it's like plans just change. So I'm not very interested in this 8:30 run. Actually, there was no like the 8:30 run was non-existent basically. I want to say. So I would just wait because it's still not clear to me yet. Personally, yeah, I want to wait until 9:30 or even for the 4-hour candle closure potentially. Gino, you can't be giving away the sauce like that. I'm kidding. Well, today is NWOG and NDOG. The guy strat, it works. It just works. I think it's too early in the week to tell. Like, you just like make the assumption that price is one way, like one sided right now. But we're still very early in the week. We don't even have a true week open yet. Yeah. So I would just be patient here. Please do not FOMO in. I think Monday and Fridays through like historically through like my trade journal reviewing is just where I see people blow their accounts over and over again. It's Monday, Friday. Even if there's news on Monday, even if there's news on Friday, it's still usually where I see people just blowing their accounts. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are your highest probability days to trade, in my opinion, because that's usually where you find the low of the week, high of the week. Yeah, I mean, Donnie says Monday should be illegal. Honestly, like that's honestly so true. A lot of things should be illegal in the market, but they keep it open 24/7, so it's like a casino. It baits in the gamblers or those that are uninformed, at least. But if you are experienced, I'm very confident you can trade it. You just need to understand the characteristics of Mondays and Fridays versus the rest of the week. Yeah, you do have a unicorn model. It would be this fair value gap right here, but it's not within the time window that I would prefer taking it. So I would be cautious. But once again, as long as you guys are following your plan, go for it. But I'm just giving you guys my honest thought and based on my plan is just not high probability for me right now until we get something with YM on the highs or possibly something with on the lows with the NQ or ES, right? So until that happens, I'm just sitting on my hands once again, and I'm just gonna be straight up with it. It's okay not to trade, you know. Donnie, that's gonna be really difficult because everyone has different trading personalities. It's usually not the trading plan that helps you overcome. It's your psychology. It's like the trading psychology rules in your plan that are catered to each person's personality. Like because everyone has, like Guy said, everyone has their different demons. Yeah, this chair is really squeaky. Can you guys hear it? You guys gotta use Trader Dante's Demon Finder checklist. You gotta journal and, you know. Alright, Jason. That's nice, Kai. That's actually a fire tip. Alright, save that for private lounge, guys. Keep it professional, please. I don't think Monday should be like illegal. It's just like it's harder to trade Mondays and Fridays. It's doable, but it's just harder to do. Any thoughts on 9:30 at this point? I have no thoughts right now. Yeah, I got nothing as of right now. Maybe once this 4 hour closes in an hour, then maybe we have something. But true. Honestly, I love to see no news days because that's like a little, just a day off, you know? Or like bank holidays. It's also pretty good. I would be honest as well though. Like I don't think I'm gonna be staying live until 12 p.m. EST because just that would make this a 4 hour stream, and I don't think that's realistic. For real, guy. Yeah, I agree, but I just don't feel like staring at the charts for 4 hours straight. You know. Did I put a stream on Wednesday by accident? Wait, what am I looking at when I was doing the schedule? Wait, give me a sec. Am I tripping? The 15th, right? It is. Wednesday's not supposed to have a stream. I don't know why I put a stream there. Well, looks like I'm going live, guys. Going live on Wednesday for a quick. I guess I'll do like a Q&A or something. Oh wait, can I even go live? Wait, let me think. What time is my flight? I leave at. No, I don't think it's possible. I'll be on the plane. What? Yeah, I'll be on the plane when the streams happen. The supposed streams happening. That's not supposed to be there, but I messed up by accident. Yeah, I got you guys with the trade recaps. I'll keep them coming in PA recaps if I'll keep those coming whenever I take trades and whenever there's something exciting in price happening. Right? Um I think they're very like information packed and straight to the point. It's very good. And it helps the more advanced traders here, in my opinion. Yeah, on WAP. The ones I've been uploading. And they're like 5 minutes long. It's pretty good. Jason's recaps are also packed with information if you guys take the time to watch his recaps. He just straight up just gives out sauce. So has anybody taken a trade so far? Anyone take any losses? So we can if you took any losses, I'm down to do some trade reviews for you guys. Yeah. But other than that, we kind of just have to wait right now, right? Welcome to trading. It's boring. Perfect. Also, if you guys do take losses, don't be afraid to share them because that's how we grow, right? It's not all about W's here. It's like I'll share my losses when I take losses. Jason shares his losses when he takes losses. That's the only way we can grow. That's the point of having a community if you don't even feel comfortable sharing your losses with them. Steph, you want me to do like a review on that? I don't use the analysis you use, but I can maybe do a review on that based on my analysis if you want. Alright, bet. Give me 1 sec. I'm playing Survivor.io. Okay, let's get into it. So you said took a long at view up 597. Right here. This doesn't look like a loss to me. Oh, that's a very tight stop, no? Entered here. Stop right here. Yeah, I mean that's a good trade to be honest. So far it looks good. Um, but damn, that is a tight stop loss. It's a 3 point stop loss. That's solid though. Good idea. I like this idea because it's also SMT right here. I don't know if you guys see that. Why is this SMT significant, guys? Can anybody tell me why this is significant? What else? Yeah, I'm gonna go down the lower time frame. See a lot of people thinking about price, right? And that's what we're indoctrinated to think. Think of price. What's the other element we're missing? Time. Exactly. When does it get created? 8:30. That's why I like it. No, we're not in trade. I was just doing a trade review for someone, not myself. I still have not taken any trades today. I guess I need to type that out too, actually. Here, I got you guys. No trades taken yet. Yeah, from now on, I'm just gonna make it a known thing. My bias is gonna be in the middle. My trade progress is gonna be on the left. What's gonna be on the right? But yeah, that SMT, I like that SMT because it's a time-based liquidity SMT at a time-based volatility injection. $20 until equities open. Do you weigh value in addition to time and price? Most volume traders. No, I only pay attention to time-based liquidity and time-based volatility injections. That's that's quite literally all I pay attention to. And then, of course, like analysis-wise, it would be like the model, right? So I guess I'll break down my model. Maybe I should just make a separate video on this to like break down my model further. It's like I know I say higher time frame level SMT, lower time frame structure. So pretty much what I'm looking for is whenever a time based liquidity SMT, then I'll go up to look for if that's trading into a higher time frame PD ray. And then from that, I look for a lower time frame market maker model for internal or external range liquidity. No, Elijah, I literally made a video on it though already. Like everything you guys asked me questions about is like I'm pretty sure I already made a video on it. No, it is uploaded. I'm pretty sure. I'm like very confident. I don't know how much more I can break it down than my YouTube lectures, though. I'll be honest. Like if you guys watch the YouTube models, like I genuinely don't know how to break it down further than that. Well, Elijah, that's impossible. Because if I were to teach a 5-year-old, it would be like you don't know. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I can't just teach market maker model to someone that doesn't know the fundamentals. That's why I have to make the mentorship right now. That'll teach the fundamentals, so then you can actually understand what a market maker model is. Yeah, it's my bad. I should have taught you when I was 6. That's crazy. Stacked SMT right now in the lower time frame is a possible reaction for Asia low as a draw on NQ. Let's take a look. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Honestly, I'm not even interested in PA right now. Like you can look at the lower time frame SMT, like on the I think it was 5 minute or even lower than that. But I don't like going anything below like at least the like I need at least a higher time frame narrative to trade with. You know what I mean? Like I've been chopped up too many times to take that risk and just only focus on a lower time frame narrative. So I would say yes, risk technically, and you know, for all I know, it could go there, but to me, historically, it's just not high probability right now for my plan and my trading model and stuff. So I'm just gonna wait because I need higher time frame narrative to tell me we're going in a direction before I trade the lower time frame. Does that make sense? That's where you find your low resistance liquidity runs. I don't want to end up entering on a high resistance liquidity run, get chopped up, stress myself out for no reason at all. You know what I mean? And so that's where I think patience and just recognizing where your strong suits are in the market, in your trading, like what your edge is, right? And your edge is psychology. That's just point blank period. Your edge is always going to be psychology because you can have the best trading strategy in the world. Poor psychology, you're just gonna never be successful. So you have to recognize what your edge is in your psychology and capitalize on that. And I recognize that sometimes I can get impatient just by looking at the lower time frames get chopped up. So I'm just gonna stay out until I can like see clearly. It's like, oh, it's low of the week forming right now. it's time to long the market, or the high of the week forming right now, it's time to short the market, because in the lower time frame it's going to be such expansive and clean moves that it's very hard to mess up once you're in alignment for higher time frame narrative. But if your higher time frame narrative is completely unclear, it's just chopping around, then your lower time frame is just going to give you some low resistance liquidity runs. Well, sometimes we have like a stacked long fair value gap and fair value gap in lower time frame. Does that, you mean like higher time frame fair value gap to lower time frame fair value gap? I'm just saying all you need to make a shit ton of money, and I'm not saying to think money first, but I'm saying like if that is your like focus, like oh I just want to make this much money, well think about it. If that's the case, then all you need is like a good 2% day or something per month. That's all. Just a 1-2% day per month. If you just waited for the highest probability trade and made, let's say, 1 or 2% in a day, you're done for the month. Think about it. Yeah, Donnie, that's what we were talking about. Like long fair value gap with 6 bullish candle, then which fair value gap I should take for entry? I would take the I would say I would take the. It depends how much risk you want to put on, right? Man, I haven't done a fair value gap entry in so long. I would say go for the. I'm gonna say go for the fair value gap that has a lower time for SMT within it. There you go. Yeah, I'm always trading turtle soup pretty much, but I realized what I said was incorrect. I do use fair value. I'm sorry. I trade fair value gaps on a higher time frame, but the lower time frame is a turtle soup. That because that turtle soup is the confirmation of the higher time frame fair value gap. Let me draw it out for you, Mario. So you were saying, okay, let's say you have like 6 fair value gaps. How do you know which one to trade? Okay, I'm not gonna put 6. I'm gonna put 3. I know which one to trade. Well, you just wait for your lower time frame to form some sort of structure, and once you see that SMT on the lows, you can enter on that. Right? So that's how I like to use it, pretty much. Like if you have multiple fair value gaps. There's a lot of these things, if you went into your own chart and just back tested it, you would find like the answer. Not saying that you guys aren't doing that, but I'm just saying like just try to really focus on, like, whenever you have a question, really focus on that question. It's like what is the conclusion you're trying to come to? Well, like let's take for example the question that Mario just asked, right? Is like which fair value should we use if we have like multiple consecutively. So if you were to just study that over time, right, screenshot a bunch of examples like why did I respect this one? Why did I respect this one? Why did I respect that one? Well, eventually you figure out that the lower time frame has SMT, right? Sorry, what did Heisenberg say here? Yeah, Heisenberg, we have to wait for both. We have to wait for confirmation. That's why I'm not jumping into a trade right now. I just, I don't know. Like, I know some of you guys caught some trades in here, but damn, I would not want to be in this, personally. But those who did make, you traded, kudos. I think, think Kai has been like killing it though. I've been seeing Kai like kill it. I don't know. This guy's just, I don't. He's just already consistent. Or Kai is giving me the same vibes as Guy. An effect on the markets due to that. I would say with elections, is that elections? That is elections, right? I would say due to the assassination attempt. Man, that was so crazy to hear about. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely, yeah, I don't think it would have an effect because it's like, yeah, I don't think. But I think that these kind of events, like building up together, like the wars building, assassination attempt, like all these things are building a, you know, underlying sentiment that is not good, you know? And that could be a sign that the market's getting ready to like shit the bed. But that's just speculation, you know? That's why I don't want to speak too much on that. Like, I just trade price for what it is. But opinion wise on those things, the geopolitical events, like, I would say we are setting up for something pretty bearish. Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin pump because he survived. That's crazy. That's that's interesting. Wow, but what a that's crazy. I never thought, you know, who would have thought, right? 2024. Well, the good news is that even if we do enter like a bear market recession, it would be tough overall, just like in real life, I feel like, but we'd still be making hella money. It's just how it, like, recessions are just reverse, like upside down bull markets. Except everyone else is suffering, which is unfortunate. Equities open in 3 minutes. Yeah, Donnie, that's the scary part, right? No, yeah, exactly right. Hasn't like I'm curious to see what 930 does as well. If it just expands out of here, like I'm down to just call it because I I genuinely like I don't want to risk my money on the market. I don't see clear price action on. I've made that mistake too many times. But once again, if you guys know, like if it's like, oh my god, this is crystal clear, we're obviously going here, like to you guys, then feel free to take a stab. Just manage and regulate your emotions. Don't end up over trading. You only get two bullets at the market, right? That way, maximum you're only allowed to be down 2R per day if you were to take two losses. And that's not extremely hard to make back because your wins will, significantly overrule that. But you just have to be disciplined to that risk management. So far, so good on YM. I still need to wait half an hour. Despite it being 9:30, I still want to see the hourly close. Right. So this is the liquidity run that we were expecting so far. But I want to see how this candle closes in around 30 minutes. This looks like a good bearish opportunity, though, I'll be honest. 28 minutes. See if we can form some sort of change in state delivery after this, and then that would be like pretty smooth, I think. My immediate attention is on this SMT at the highs, the 5-minute one that just got created. See how that plays out. Maybe these equal lows right here would be pretty ideal. What's going on here? Attention to this fair value gap. Drive into these lows, these low resistance liquidity, preferably. Past these lows right here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, I think that's about getting validated. If this gets invalidated, I'm just gonna zoom out again. Just recalibrate. I just got stopped in profit, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, let's see what else we can gauge here. I'm gonna go back to the hourly chart just to reset my mind because I know I have a tendency to kind of zoom in on price and get lost in it. So I'm gonna zoom out, and once again, we still have 20 minutes for this candle closure, so I think that would be the smart play to kind of just wait here because I took one stab already. I have one more stab to take. I'm up 1R. Unfortunately, didn't get what I wanted, but it's all good. And the trade idea stemmed from this SMT, this 5-minute SMT right here to 15-second chart. Right when I called the 15 or so the 5-minute SMT I was looking at, and then when I said shorts look good here, that's pretty much where I shorted. And then now, just wait for the hourly again. Did we get London low? I don't think so. Yeah, we didn't. Okay. So right now it does look quite bullish, and the reason I say that is because this balanced price range we were looking at originally, it failed to reject price lower, and we didn't get that acceleration lower. In turn, now what we're getting is we're getting a disrespect on it. I want to say we still have 18 minutes on this candle, so we don't know for sure, But if we end up inverting this candle, then we can look at it as support to continue higher. So maybe we can, like, let's say generate equal highs right here. That would be ideal because that's previous day high as well. Generate equal highs, trade back into it, support, go higher. That would be pretty nice. And as always, paying attention to the midpoint of that fair value gap or balance price range or whatever PD array you're looking at, you want to pay attention to the midpoint. So original plan is not coming to fruition so far, but we just have to adapt with the market, right? Because we're so extremely bullish here at after 9:30, right? So looking for that continuation most likely, especially with YM failing to do what we wanted to do, right? Because if we were bearish in this scenario, we would want YM to displace higher while NQES failed to displace higher, and then we get that plummet lower. It's Aftani. Back to, so this is the hourly balance price range, so we're going to use 5-minute price action to gauge it. And so once again, that's why I was paying attention to this SMT right here. But I'll do a full trade breakdown for what I took, and then that'll make more sense for you guys. Damn, that is crazy. It'd be like that sometimes. $15 for this candle closure. I think this will be the determining candle whether it's going to be high day or not. Yeah, apparently Apex been having some issues, Lego. I don't know why, but apparently they have. From my understanding, some other people are complaining about it, but I'd wait for them to confirm. It's not a dumb question at all, K-Star. That is the question, right? What is the high low of the day or week, right? That is the question. So what we're pretty much doing to gauge it is through SMTs and once again the model, right? So how we're gauging the high or low of the week, day, session, micro session, all those is all through higher time frame key level. SMT occurs within it, right? And then, you know, there's your high or low of the day. It is valid, but let me take a look. Yes, that is valid. I just don't like how it's not with London High. It's actually, it's fine. You know what? It's fine. Well, drawn liquidity met. I think we're gonna go lower than this. That's quite unfortunate. It's all good though. I can't linger on that. I just have to study that. So I think that high of the day will most likely be this candle right here. And we're probably going to target this low right here because there's an inefficiency resting right below it. So that's what I would be looking at right now. Yeah. And that would be my first objective for shorts. Sorry, first objective would have been that like 1 minute liquidity pool. And then I guess this would be second objective. Final objective would be that previous week low, previous day low. If we can make it that far. 12 minutes until candle closure. Once again, paying attention to the midpoint of this, right? See how it's being respected. That's pretty much, oh, actually, you know what? That's actually a very simple way to like explain how to read order flow is paying attention to midpoints of PD arrays. Whatever PD array you're using, pay attention to the midpoint of it. Is it being respected or disrespected? The lower time frame, you'll usually see it respecting that level, right? Quite a choppy morning though, to be honest. Oh, now we're going back up. Yeah, Powell's speaking on dude. Alright, so before I head off here, I'm just gonna give you guys the game plan. Paying attention to this balance price range right here. If we end up closing above it, look for support from it to go higher. If we continue lower, then I will be looking for this target right here, this fair value gap. Maybe a little bit bounce from it. Create a new fair value gap somewhere in here, RDRB, some sort of inefficiency, go lower. Something like that. Doesn't have to happen today for this previous week low objective, but I can see it happening if we end up getting such an expansive move. On that note, does anybody have questions? Nice, good stuff. Alright, perfect. Type 1 if you are satisfied with the stream. Type 2 if you have a question. I assume... Oh, okay. Type 2 if you have any questions and you want me to wait for you to type it out. Thank you guys as always attending the live, and we'll be back tomorrow, and we have the true open to gauge price tomorrow as well, so it's gonna be really good. Yeah, once again, game plan is pretty much the two scenarios I've pointed out. Video on stop loss. Yeah, I got you. Actually, yeah, I got you. I got you with that. Yeah, on that note, I think I will be heading out here. So, mention weekly profile possibilities. I think it's gonna be like a classic expansion week. Expecting it, but once again, we just go with the flow. What SMT tells us, right? So, is there anything else I wanted to close on? I feel like there's one other thing. No, I think that's it. But you guys can see how like once again, this is a great example of how my analysis was right, but I got chopped out because of poor execution. Actually, you know what? I feel like I did a pretty good execution. I don't even know. I need to review this because I executed. This is so unfortunate because my drawn liquidity was this right here. Wait, guys, check this out. Check this out. I have the feature. This is beautiful. Wait, this is so good. Where did I short from? Right here. Okay. This is perfect. Okay, so you know what? I'll do the trade review right now because I think this is perfect because I have this tool and I'm very excited about it. So right at 9:30, we ended up having that SMT right on the highs with this high over here. And so this would be that Judas swing. Because we had that SMT, I was like, okay, so if we're having SMT, a 5-minute SMT within an hourly PD array, then I'm going to go down my 15-second and look for a market maker sell, which is exactly what we start getting, right? So we had our market maker sell from this SMT right here. So pay attention. 15, everything's fractal, okay? So pay attention. This is a 15-second gap, okay? So why is this gap significant? Is because we have an SMT with ES as it's happening, right? So once that occurred, I was like, okay, let's execute right here. And so I think my execution was pretty flawless in terms of my model. My stops was at the high, somewhere here, somewhere at the highs, I think. And so I thought this was a pretty reasonable execution, targeting my drawn liquidity, right? Because we have all these low resistance liquidity right here. Market maker sell, pretty clean, right? And then after that, I was holding for this target, and unfortunately, it just never made it there. And then it ended up stopping me out in profit at, I believe it was this gap right here. This fair value gap, once that was respected right here, right? So this is where I was annotating, oh, I like how we're trading from this gap. Paying attention to this gap right here. And so once we respected it, traded lower, I expect acceleration past these lows. So I move my stop here to this wick high because that high is what respected order flow. And so I got stopped out there. So that was pretty much my trade idea today. But you guys can see how it works like on a fractal level, right? I used hourly to 5-minute 15-second. And then you know, it kind of just, it did go back to my drawn liquidity, I guess, but I once again I need to study why this right here happened. There's just a final little buy side sweep and then like a straight displacement to drawn liquidity. But yeah, that's pretty much my trade today. That was my idea. Let's exit replay mode so we can see what live price is doing. Once again, these are the two scenarios that I'm looking at right now, and it does seem pretty choppy so far because it's like it's just going up and down and not very fun to trade for sure. On that note, I will be heading out here. And how do you guys enjoy that trade review? Was that clear? Any feedback on that? Okay, perfect. All right. On that note, take care, everybody, and have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you for attending as always.